What is going on, everybody? Welcome to Into My GT Entertainment, and I am Joel. Nice to see you on this scorching day. It is Sunday. I usually drop on Sundays, but this will be dropped on another day because I finally got Brandon's car out of my garage. If nobody knows what's been going on, I have installed a Whipple on my son's car. He purchased it a while ago, finally came in. That's what my week has been part of. So go view that on his channel when he drops it, Brandon Miranda, and we'll go from there. But today I brought WASP back in for a little while. We still got to button up Brandon's car a little bit. I got pieces of his stuff everywhere still, but there's something I need to get done with this car. So stay tuned and we'll talk about it. Yes, I know, the intro, that damn intro, the bane of my existence. I'll get it done. Like I said, hopefully with Mustang week coming up here, in about a month, I'll have some footage of the car doing some stuff and I can kind of update that stuff a little bit. But what we are doing here today is doing some weight reduction, kind of, sort of. See, I got a back seat, but there's really no room to put nobody back here. So I am going with the rear seat delete kit from Emp.parts.com. So they have sent me a kit, and I'll show you a little more with it, of the back and the side, but it's custom. It's done a little different. It kind of represents WASP a little better, and I think it's going to be kind of nice. But I'm actually going a step further with it. I am going to go ahead and dynamat the back end of it, the bottom part of the seat where it's not going to be anymore, to get rid of some of that extra road noise that you're probably going to get from having just a piece of covering there. So we're going to see how it works out. So come take this journey with me and let's get it going. All right, guys, so when you get your product from them, it comes in this box right here. And it is very secured in this box, believe it or not. It also has hardware, which I have over there for it, but when we get to that point, I'll show you. So that's how it came. Now, I got the bottom part carpeted because I like kind of having that finished look. So the bottom part got carpeted. Now, I'm dynamatting both sides of this, but as you can see, I'm using the basic from Amazon because dynamat is real expensive, and if this works just as good, you know, for what I needed to do, there you go, right? I'm not going to show you the front of this right now because the front is kind of special and kind of the tribute to WASP itself. So I'm going to go ahead and dynamat some of this stuff. As you see, I've already started trim the corner out here, and then you get a roller and swish it down, and then you get it all flattened out. But as you can see, you're going to have to piece stuff together because the pieces are this long. I have a box with shorter, but like I said, we're going to see what works out a little better. So come join the journey and the work I got to do. All right, everybody, so what I've been doing, and I guess I should show y'all a little bit. This is the Amazon basic dynamat. The reviews show that it does pretty good for sound deadening. I didn't need anything super expensive for what I'm going to do anyway, but I wanted to go ahead and dynamat the back of this board so it would sound deadening a little more than what it's going to do, because you're taking the seats and all that padding out, so this should give it a little bit of help. And with this stuff, it's pretty easy. It's kind of a, let me show you over here. This is what it looks like. It's a piece of foam, aluminum on one side and sticky sound deadening on the other side. So it comes in big sheets. This is I forgot what actual size this is, but these are littler sheets. So I got the big sheet to do the first part, and then I'm wrapping the smaller part. I've only used one of that piece right now, I believe, to do this, and then cut the, well, I think I've done two. So, and that's kind of where I'm going with it. And I'm going to do the bottom of this also, because that way it kind of takes off some of the noise. And I'll do some of the interior parts just to get that to help out a little bit. And I also have one more trick up my sleeve, which I will show you when we get there. All right, everybody, so I have finished the first part. As you can see right here, both sides are soundproofed. I won't call it Dynamat because that's not what it is, but they're both soundproof now. At least got the coating on them. I got little holes cut out so where the hardware's got to come through on the other side. So all that is done, and again, like I said, I'm doing this just for the fact of getting that noise out of the car a little bit. You're taking the seats out, which have, you know, that much foam on each side of it, and then the back seats, you know, you're going to nothing, right? So this should help you take care of that. And again, I said I got a little something else that I'm adding to the bottom of the back seats, so I'll show you that when I get there. But now that this part is done, I'm going to go out to the car and start taking the seats out. So we'll see you out in the garage. All right, everyone, so what I'm going to do here from my point of view, because Dada Santa here needs some room to get up in the back of the seat. So what you got to do is, anybody that's ever taken out the seats of the Mustangs know that there's a clip right here in the middle and one on the other side. You just undo those and the whole bottom of the back seat comes out. So I'm going to go ahead and see if I can do that while I got the camera on it. Sometimes it gets a little tight and it's a little harder to do. So yeah, see, it's hard for me to do one hand. So let me go ahead and take care of it and I'll show you what I'm talking about. All right, so I got those clips up. So all you have to do is lift up on the seat as such, and it'll come out like that. And those are the clips right there that I was talking about. I don't know, I'll show you outside the car. It'll be a little better to see. All right, so these are the clips I was talking about. You have to just push them in and they come out. Same on both sides. Kind of a simple little thing, right? Sometimes it is, sometimes it's not. But now what we're going to do here is we got to take the back seat out. And then what I'm going to do down in this area, you have to take that center bolt out to let go of the seat belts so you can run the panel over. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave the seat belts in, Dynamat around in those areas a little bit, and then I'm going to go ahead and show you the little secret I got for in here and get these seats out of here. All right, everybody, so as you can see, I got the seat belts laying in the crevice now. I put the original bolts that came out of the bottom back in its place, so if you ever want to go back to having a back seat, you have all your equipment here. I'm putting the nut that came out of there inside the glove compartment, and then that way everything is reversible, and it takes, you know, not that long to do. If you really need to take somebody somewhere, you can get it undone real quick and put it back together. So with that being said, as you can see, that's laying in that crevice. I still got the wiring hooked up to the seat belts, because if you unplug those and take those out, you're gonna get the seatbelt warning light in your car. So part of what I'm gonna do is part of this too. So I'm gonna go ahead and get that back part off real quick, and then I'll start discussing what I'm doing here, because I'm, like I said, I'm gonna Dynamat, but I'm also adding something else here in this area. All right, as you can see, the back seats are now out. If you keep a score, 13 millimeter, 13 millimeter, 15 millimeter, 15 millimeter, 15 millimeter. Now that back bolt that you took out the bracket with for the seats to hold together, that goes back into place. I'm not too sure about those bolts, but I put them back because that way I know where they are. But we'll see how everything folds into place. So I'm going to go ahead and Dynamat this part real quick and see what we're looking at. It's a little trying for an old dude to get back there, but let me show you what we got going on so far. My secret was the polyfill, because if you leave this alone, you might have that going on. So now that is stuffed around the polyfill and you won't hear that no more. And then can you tell the difference? So yeah, this should be helpful in the aspect of what I'm trying to do. So like I said, it's not necessary, and if you don't care, you don't care, but I do, so that's why I'm messing with it right now. All right guys, I'm about to set up the other side. As you can see, you don't need to dynamite the whole entire thing. You don't need to go crazy. You just need to kind of find the tinny parts, and you see there's no tinny parts now. So all that is quiet. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to put some polyfoam down first, put the seat belt down, and then fill the top up with polyfoam again. So that should be able to quiet that down, make sure that that doesn't do any crazy rattling in here, and we should be good to go with that. And then we'll go ahead and get the pieces in. I'm excited. How about you? Alrighty guys, a sweaty Joel is here because it is hot in the car. So let me show you what I got going on. So the bottom piece is about to get finished up. As you can see, I already got the back bolts in. What they bring the hardware, the bolts that I had here, you need to take them out so this will go all the way down. That's the center part that was there before, that you just put the bolt back in. And then up here, I'm about to work on, you got these pins, so they slip in. I think I got them backwards, by the way, but anyway, they go into the hole and open up, and then you tighten them down, and it goes into those holes right there. So it goes in here and comes out here, and it has a 4mm there, and these back here were 6s. So I'm going to go ahead and get those put in. Alright everybody, so that is the back part put down. So let's go ahead and put the icing on the cake. So this is the part I've been trying to keep secret from y'all, but if y'all have seen my Facebook, y'all know what it is. But let me go ahead and throw that on there. I know you see me. So are you ready to see what it looks like? I'm ready to show you. So here we go. Welcome to WASP Seat Delete. At the top it says into my GT up here, and we have WASP, and that is now the seat delete. So let me show you with the seats back. Alright, and this is what it looks like with the seats back in my driving position. So I am short, so it gives me a little extra room, but what do y'all think? I think it looks pretty good. He did a great job with it. The only thing, and I'll go to the other side to show y'all. Okay, the only thing that I think should be done, let me get you in here, is this little bit right here. I think he should have added a little more length to it, maybe, just to cover that up, or have a piece of fabric that you could have put in that spot and pushed it in. I'll probably do that eventually, get some fabric and throw it there, or you know, it's just something to cover that part up. But for the most part, this is the carpeted one, and it looks really nice. And like I said, I have that in the Rally CNC'd, the plastic. So, and like I said, I did the extra stuff, I dynamited it, so if you could tell, it's kind of quiet, right? So the whole thing is dynamited. So I guess when I do my first drive, I'll let you know how noisy it is. But yeah, Emp.parts.com, hit them up. They do great work. This stuff is amazing. It couldn't come out any better. So go ahead and give them a shout for sure. But let me go ahead and clean up and finish this video. Another thing I wanted to talk about it too is that panel isn't permanent. So if you need to take stuff longer than what your trunk is, those two clips at the top that you slipped in, You take that out, you take out the little nameplate, and this whole thing in the front comes out, so it'll give you your whole trunk space. And actually it's better than the seats because, you know, it's more flat and togetherness, I guess. But now I know it's not a word, but like I said, that is it, man. Like I said, we'll find out how well I soundproofed it a little bit, but like I said, a little bit helps, right? So yep, on to the next one. All right, everybody, just one more view of it. And yes, Wasp is outside, but there is a reason for that. This is what she looks like. I know it's a little dark now, but it looks really good. I'm thoroughly happy with it. So hopefully it will be good from days to come. But let me show you what I've been involved with in the last week or so. And it hasn't to do with Wasp at all. It has to do with Minion. And that's why Minion's in the garage. So, me being a good dad, you know that Brandon was getting his supercharger. Well, you know, he didn't have time to do it, right? Because he works during the day, and of course I'm still unemployed. So I went ahead and tackled that install. So, over the week, it is now complete. He has a little step-by-steps on it. Here and there on his channel. So Brandon Miranda, go see him and I'll show you what it ended up looking like. This is what it ended up looking like. It's still working out some of the stuff on it, but it's pretty much done. Just topping off everything. When it's running, it's higher, but I just want to keep an eye on the fluids. Nothing leaks, everything runs good. He took it for a little test drive today before we put the front end back on and stuff, and he said it ran good. He's a little disappointed at it at the moment because it doesn't feel torquey enough for him, I guess, and he only got it up to like 3 grand. I told him the whipples don't really start showing till, you know, 35 and above, so he'll have to learn that. And it is on the base tune, so he'll go ahead and get that, you know, data logged, and once the data logging gets done, I think he'll be a lot happier. But the car itself, it ran, didn't have no issues starting. It doesn't overheat. It is good to go. So that is what I've been doing, and I'm done with car projects for a little while. This thing kicked my butt because it was not what it was supposed to be in the directions, and it was just all over the place. So like I said, the car was made, the Whipple was made for that car, but it went into this car and some of the plumbing was a little different and whatever. But go watch this video, you'll see what I'm talking about. But on my side, that is all. I hope you like the rear seat delete. I think it looks pretty good. And if you can't tell, God is bowling, so hopefully he gets his strike. We'll talk to you later. Peace.